I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is March 17, Monday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So, still a little sick. I'm going on week 3, but I'm better. I'm going to try to make this quick. I got to make 10, 20-minute videos. So, let's see if I could just start flying through them and giving this fire in a quick time. So, because I can't do 30, 40 minutes anymore, man. It's just too much. But Fire Day Monday, so you have to expect that it might be just a little bit shaky. You want to take what you get offered and things like that. If you're a swing trader in this situation, because of where we were at, we had a nice double bottom here. So they dangling this carrots down here. We talked about that. Said they watched them just not even keep going, and they took that low out and didn't take out that low. So that's a red flag. One, Asia London started pushing it up on Friday. So bringing it back to, if you do a range from here to here, you'll see this. We came up to above 50% of the candle of the week, right? Now, Friday, Monday, we don't know. We got these equal lows right here. We don't know if this is going to get touched or not. This is kind of what's framing the day and being careful at the same time too, because we have that obviously engineered liquidity on purpose. But previous day, Friday of the week, you see the 50% is right here, right? So maybe we come down and we dip breakout levels here, but they kept it on purpose. And it's kind of like more of like a dangling carrot and controlling price, so they don't go lower and give you that opportunity. Most people don't want to buy up here. This is how they did the trick of not getting up here, because when you're up here, you're in a premium considered to the range of the bottom. But at the same time, they do that trick where they'll fucking just switch the rug right underneath you and just do it in a very shallow retrace. If you understand what I'm saying. So what do we got to the left of the chart? We had that daily imbalance too. And then this is also a 1 hour imbalance right here. Once you get there, this is breakout levels. So just like when we came right here and we made this high on last Wednesday and we kind of did that resistance that came all the way back. Well, that's the same thing here. We came all the way up and we're breaking out. See these guys right here? See that low and this price action here? See how it rolls over? See how it slithers like that? We're coming right back because that's momentum artists. So even if you didn't push sell for momentum trading here, they did it here, right? So beautiful how we came. How is that? How's this fucking area refined? Look at this, how beautiful this is. We have two gaps here. Don't get confused with this chart. You need to listen to it now for all the videos in the future to make sense, right? But there's two gaps here. There's this big gray one and there's another gray one. If I could, you see this right here? This from here to here is one gap, and then from here where I'm still at, it's like literally laying on top of each other to there. From there to there is a gap, and I got it shown by these 4 quadrants here, right? So this belongs to that gap in the background, and these 4 quadrants belong to this fucking gap in the background right here. Then you have this one right here in the middle. You have the present week, 0 week's gap, the last week's gap of no price action. That's why it's still purple, because there's literally no price action in there. Okay, and then you got that one right there, which we just hit to the head. Look how we hit 50%. Jesus, look how we just hit 50% of this gap that's here. Remember, there's this big stupid one in the background. There's 2 of them. All right, and I don't want to have all these on the chart, but to explain it to you, I want to explain it to you. So you see this right here, right? So we came right to it. What we have the projection from here, and this, when I did this swing projection in here, which I'll show you in a second on a smaller time frame, I'm projecting the last swing here from here to here. Pushing up is 1.5, 1 to 1.5, and 2 to 2.5, and 3.5 to 4. You see that? I just got it moved over here, okay, to the right. You understand why? So what do? Yesterday we came up to not yesterday, Monday, fucking Friday, we came to the 1 and 1.5, and plus that bearish imbalance on the daily right there. Remember? That's why I don't know. It's just, there's so much to tell you, and what am I doing? But it is super fire, but it's very exhausting here. So you can see the
we're using that as support here when we're using it as an inversion. We also have, I don't have it on this chart. I should have put it on that chart. I have it only on this one here. I'm going to have to change this to the 4 hours so you can see it. Oh boy, this is how videos get long, buddy. So that's this first imbalance right here is from last Monday. Okay, the first imbalance on after 9:30 is sitting there on Monday, the previous Monday, right? It's sitting right there, and that's gonna frame how we took the sell today as well. Look at that, beautiful. So reach right there. Now it's selling off. Obviously, we're probably to take out those breakout levels here from that high. You know, and then there's an imbalance. So here, do we want to dip in? I'll get into that. But if you understand this logic here that frames everything, so basically we're coming up here and they're trying to buy program it all, keep it up, candles up, not letting you really get in, and then shaking out all that to the left. That's the whole goal of today, right? So going into a smaller time frame here, I know I'm gonna forget probably a lot of shit, but there's just so much fire shit in here. I'm going to delete this 50 because that didn't happen. And that's, well, if I leave it just so you understand, you'll understand why we're taking this sell and getting into where I got it. Beautiful, beautiful ass trade. So 9:30 is, so we have 8:30 that we had the news, 8:30 we push it up. Now we're inside that bearish imbalance. I don't have it highlighted. I don't need to, but we know we're coming up here, but we're really taking out the previous day's high, which would have been Friday. And then to the left of the chart, we have that high right there from Wednesday. You see that, right? But then I have that Monday first imbalance I just told you about. It's in the green. So this is going to explain to you how I'm catching this sell right here. So now that I've mentioned all that, when I'm here at 8:30, pushes up a higher high, then another higher low at 9:30. The reason why I want to come into here with this blue and this pink right here is because you can see on the 15-minute, this bearish imbalance going to be used as an inversion. I had that highlighted, but where's the breakout level? I'm going to zoom in for you, and you're going to see that this is why I want to target this specific area. Why do I want to target this area right there? Because that candle pushes right through. See how every candle previously over here, it balances and takes out some of the previous range of the candle, but here you see it pushes right through. That's an imbalance, but that's also a breakout level. But what's to the left of that? You have that high. That high is a swing high that we break through. So for me, coming back down, this is a minimum area. Now, it is a minimum area plus this 830. This 830 is really the minimum area, okay? But after that, and it matches with the opening range gap on the low. But the reason why I have this is because of that, the breakout level. So now watch this, so serious. So that understanding, okay, I'm trying to look for a buy. Okay, so we're gonna get a dump and a pump, or we're gonna get a pump and then a dump and then pump again, or is it gonna just dump more? Okay. So we understand those logics as well. We have to say that. So we're at 9:30 here. We know that we have the 8:30 right there. When we are opening up at 9:30, the opening range gap is right there. So it's not a lot of points left, but the 50% is also right there. Okay, so we're on an oversold here on the bottom. You see that, right? And you're also dancing on top of that bearish daily imbalance in the background. Now here's where it gets tricky. If I'm gonna buy, I'm not buying it from here. I want to buy it below this 8:30. It don't do that at 9:30. It goes up first. Actually, when the price was 8:30 here and it made this wick, it kept pushing up. I even sold this down into here because I know this is a breakout level. See this? See when this pushed right through? This is a breakout level, and we're coming right here. Now it's 9:30, but you don't know what 9:30 is going to do. And sure enough, if you were selling right here to hold it, that's very shallow because of the fact that, number one, we've made a higher high, but we also have the liquidity to the left. See this liquidity to the left? We want to take that out, and then we want to take that out. See, you see how on Wednesday I'm hovering over this on the 15-minute? Look at the 1 minute. We didn't hit that yet. You see that? So that's why when 9:30 opened, it hunted even higher again to take out this high. Plus, now I got the refine area of this next 1 hour bearish imbalance. I have it in a little different color, lighter. You see that? This is different than that. This is daily. This is 1 hour. Okay, so I have that plus the first imbalance. So, very difficult to buy, but if you're sold this, you must take that profit out. If you bought it here, congratulations. Me, I wasn't personally going to buy that. I wanted to be a buyer from down here. So price goes up, boom. Momentum is going, is gone. I'm not involved. I have to watch this. There's no chance of getting in, and I'm looking for a sell. This is move 1. Now, when we say dump and pump, I'm always looking for, if I say there's a pump first, then this is a very good scenario of when the pump and dump and then pump again doesn't work right away. So this is the pump first, even though it's still a fake move in a very, very bullish situation, which we actually could possibly be in. Remember, that's being today as Monday as the low of the week, but and you might think Tuesday might be the low of the week, but I'll get into that, which is a very big possibility. That's why I didn't want to hold this buy either, but you'll see what I mean in a second. So yeah, I can't make short videos, bro. It's just too much fire, dude, and too much to say if I'm going to tell you everything that happened today. So, anyways, this gets up here, right? And then I'm going to show it to you, man. I'm just going to do it. So you see the candle pushed all the way up, and look where my entry is at the top. Trying to catch this bitch at the top with these last candles, and I'm even taking a couple losses here, and I catch it here when it gets right into, you see it? Right there in that first imbalance. We're literally tagging it. You have to go do that yourself. If you drag it out, you'll see how perfect it is. I'm not even going to do it. I can't have all this shit on the chart. So I do it this way. But price comes all the way up. Beautiful. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that 830. And when 930 pushed it up, that's move 1. Move 2 is obviously lower low, lower high down. Now, if it's a pump, dump, pump, where this was a buy in here, okay, and then it's a higher low to make a higher high, okay, cool. But these are all failed lower highs. They're not going. We also understand that this 830 is a must, plus the breakout level, what I just got done telling you, which is over here. And I'm telling myself I'm going to hold it for this bitch no matter what. Okay, this is what stubborn looks like. So I had to endure every single retracement, which these sucked badly. Then I was okay after that. But what do? Well, we come up, we got these 4 up candles, very suspicious. These 4 candles go straight up like that. I'm in an overbought right here. And now I'm tagging. Look at the 1 to 1 to 0. Look at the 2 to 2.5 right here. You can barely see it on the screen. I couldn't do a better job of trying to get all this on the screen. But you see the 2 right there, getting in there, right? See that? 2 to 2.5, tapping that with that. Beautiful. Overbought. I understand we just broke these highs up here. We're also sitting in that other imbalance above, which I didn't highlight yet. I know where it is and I'm seeing it, but I don't have it highlighted. I don't need it yet. And this was pretty much good enough for me. This was the super refined area of the algorithm. And then that's to reverse it here. It's beautiful. We come down, we break below. We come underneath and you see this up candle. We have those up candles, but we have that, have it dragged. We come down for another lower low. We push back up all the way up, right back into that same candle. Doesn't matter if it breaks that. It's damn near equal highs as well. But it shows you that we're probably coming back later. But whatever, it doesn't matter. But I'm just explaining today. And we push down. We come back into that last candle right there in the blue. We come down again. And when we come down again, we got the first imbalance right here. That's also a main target. Also, if you're selling, and then we want to use that as resistance to get down into here. You'll see how it works out. But we push down, now we're getting into the opening range gap plus the low of the 930. But remember, this has always been the target for me. Some people, when they get back to the 50, now we hit the 50 here. See how we hit the 50 of the opening range gap? Then that's also an exit right there. Boom. Price comes back up. Now we're using these consecutive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. You see on a 5-minute, that's 2 candles here. You'll see 2 candles on a 5-minute here. We pop right in. It's a retracement. It's a lower low to a lower high. We're looking at a structure like this. It's just flowing. We're not worried about taking it out. Me personally, this would have been the main place to take it out after that low as well. But this is a minimum. So I'm making this the minimum. What's the next minimum? I just told you about this. Now you see me got it projected on the two ways over here. You got the 1 to 0 over here to 1 on 1.5. just in case it was to go below and take those lows out. Remember, this is the issue, but this is why I take it out here, because this is the minimum place. And what if we are really bullish and we don't come down here? This was dangled carrot, and it fucking sure was. This was a very good decision on my part to take it out. And just to show you that I meant it, I bought it here. And this is a very specific designed area. This is not, no one has this on their chart. No one's going to show you an execution from here to here, getting into here, and then buying it. They're not showing you that. Period. See this? I got this green right here. I have this green highlighted, this area from here to here. Why? Because the 50 levels there, plus the 930. We also have the present day gap. It's this little miniature purple. It's less than 4 ticks. So when you have a less than 4 ticks type of gap, of the present gap, you're going to reference the previous week's gap. Oh, what's that previous week's gap? It has 0 price action in that. Remember, that was a dangled carrot. Remember, we never got to it, but we'll probably get to it this week. But the point is that that's what that level is. And then I'm also highlighting the 830. You see that? And then what's right here? Oh, that bearish imbalance. I'm using it as a swing here. You see this? See that 50? See this? This is refined in a 1 minute. This is actually on a 1 minute. This bearish imbalance. It's got a gap in it too. Go take a look at that. We retrace back to it, plus that breakout level. So this is very, very, very specific. So when it takes out the 830 low right here, we're also dancing on the bottom range of the opening range gap. Then we remember, before I even get to all this, look how we came up to this 50% or that gap. We came back down almost to 50% of the bearish imbalance. And then we come back to it. We come back up into this, and then we come back to it. Right? We're playing around the 50, then we come below. Look at this. This is algorithmic delivery. Then we're playing around on the opening range gap. Then we pop back up. I got this last 2 up candles here. You can see that we're just digging in. You can even refine it to this candle right there, which it wouldn't have mattered. And then you have the bearish imbalance there and the background, the little ones for the 1 minute. You see that? Oh my God, there's so much to tell you. And I could walk through the whole thing. But so when this price hit here, only on the 830, I still held it. I still held it because I knew about this area. And take a look at this. If I drag that bearish imbalance, look how we hit it right to the tick. Same fucking level right there. That's why I kept holding it, because we're not going to just tap it. We're probably going to go in. But the real job of us coming down was getting into sealing that bearish, that bullish imbalance on the 15 minute. If I refine it to a 5 minute, you're going to see something special there. We have one right underneath that, and that is the more refined area. But I left it at the higher time frame. Look at that right there. See that shit? Now you saw that live. So that was on the 5 minute. You see that? See how we broke right through the high? Oh, but guess what? What's the most perfect level? I told you about that swing high. That's why this is breakout levels. Boom, homie. Yeah, it ain't made up, dude. Ain't nobody showing you that. That's a logic all in itself, buddy. Look at that. And look at, they dangle it by a hair, because they don't want it to be perfect. Because if you were in that trade by pushing up, you would have been got the fuck out by then. Because you would have been at zero. So, ooh, this happened right now. Oh, I fucking knew it, baby. Ooh, I love it. I just fucking love it. Look at, buddy. I got X marks the spot already on there. It's already on there. And I said it was gonna come out to this breakout level, and I was like, bro. It was turning to be the 250 at macro, and you had the 3 o'clock power hour coming in, and sure enough, look at that. X marks the fucking spot, coming right back for a higher low. Or whatever it's doing is, if it's not a higher low, it's coming back to wipe out the push out traders. And oh my goodness. I know I said that while we were up here. I know I did. But yeah, these are very common sense ideas for where you're trying to go. So with that being a live example, if I'm selling from here, my logic is to wipe out basically the liquidity. Even if you took the buy from the sell to here, that's still a great place to get out. You don't need to be right and do this, right? Plenty of opportunities in the lower highs here to sell if you're going to get a bearish leg. Because remember, you got a bullish leg here coming up first. So finale, and then that's the retracement. Right, so that's basically And well, where is that retracement going to go? Well, if it would have kept going below here where I bought, this is where I bought. So just very specific. I get out here right when I trail that bitch as soon as we get in here. Do the best I can get a screenshot. Got the oversold here, and also on the 4 hour at this moment I'm screenshotting it. The 4 hour has now sealed the imbalance. If you look at the previous candle, from you'll see that we wiped out that major candle. So that was also what I was looking for too. I was looking to balance it. Where the fuck are you? Right there. So it came down and it turned into a wick. But look at the breakout level. Zoom in. You can see that would have been an imbalance right here. But see how it came all the way down and it tagged that, so that we came back and we sealed that. And that's also in the confluence here. Plus, man, there's so much plus. Plus on the you had a on the down, was it the yeah, it was the 4 hour. These two down candles. See these two down candles right here? These are getting respected. At least the last one is. See how we've already tapped that in the Asia and London. I'm sorry, in the Asia here, right here. When you saw these two lows, we're already kind of bouncing on these two candles as a support. So that's why if you look at the previous candles, they've been all balanced. There's no imbalance in there. So there's no reason to kind of come back, is what I'm trying to say. So let me keep moving. So why was I saying that? So to give you the understanding of this beautiful sell, getting into here, I also measured these 4 candles here. You see the 2 to 2.5 is right here. That's why normally I would have been got out right here instead of trying to be perfect. But I was trying to be perfect. I was trying to trade the chart. I wasn't even trying to trade the P&L. And then this is how it worked out beautifully. But what was I going to say? So I'm screenshotting it here. And I just explained all this. We popped back up for lower high, squeezed out. And then these last 2 candles, and then the last leg rushed. So we came to that the first imbalance right here, up and down. We came below it, and then you see it right here working right there. See that? See how we came underneath? Now the leg was ready to continue to this here. This is how they performed it. So very specific place right here, and no one has this on their chart on the internet, I promise you. And guess what? Here's the buy. You can't make this up. I cannot fucking screenshot this, so there's no way anybody can tell me that. This is very specific that I'm selling and then buying right there. Why am I doing that? Well, because number one, if it was going to go lower, I would need to see structure underneath it and then use this as a resistance, right? But for it to be heavy and to come into here, this is what I'm really trying to say. It's framing. This was fucking up the whole day for me, to be honest with you, because I wanted it to come in here. I wanted it to come in here and then be a buyer in here. Plus, we had the 50% of the Friday, and sitting right there, just in breakout level right there. It looked good, but they fucking dangled the carrot. So take a look what I do. That's a very specific area when I screenshotted it. Boom, the candle's right there. I'm out. Look right here. Now I'm buying at 50% of that candle, but I even take a loss here. It dips in, pops back in. Boom, we get this look at that little funky ass candle that they digged underneath, but it doesn't go below the 15-minute imbalance that I got highlighted. And you can obviously, when I did it to the 5-minute, when I refined it, remember, you see it here. This is a refine. This is not a 1 minute. This is a 5-minute. You can see that we came in, we bounced. That's actually bouncing on top of that. But over here, this is the 1 minute. And it looks a little different, right? But that's why if it's any lower than this area, it's over with. Like your buy is done. You're not even trying to buy. You're actually probably looking for a sell if it's going to be a controller price here and it's going to come lower, or it was going to rush and it did not do that. So guess what? It's a possible very nice buy. So guess what? I take the buy. Beautiful. This thing raids. I get filled in right there in the center. I can't make this up. Pushes up here. Now I got this bearish imbalance right here. We pop up, we come back into it as an inversion. Now I got 1, 2, and 3. I'm very specific here. What the buy was number 1. All right, and even if you didn't count that, that would be number 1. The push down, number 1. So this is a buy, sell, buy. Okay, so when I say push, if it's not a dump and pump, if I say it's a pump, then dump and pump, then it would be a higher low, higher high, higher low, then buy number 3, right? So 1, 2, 3. But here, they decided to wipe out here. So they came down as, so it's up 1. So pump, dump, and then pump again. This is just called manipulation. We didn't have this with S&P and Dow because they were all higher lows. And I have a divergence here showing that this is why also this is the buy, right? But if we were to have been trading S&P or Dow, then you would have just bought that as a higher low. And that's to prove to say pump, dump, pump. So 1, 2, 3. They did it, but fucking Nasdaq didn't do it. So fire, right? But and up here on the sell, we had also a divergence right there. See that divergence right there? We had a lower high there, and then we had higher highs here. Or was it just I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was just it was S&P. This should be here. This is all that mattered to me, but it was really here. All right, that was the difference right there. So anyways, and then when we were at this higher low, besides this being the divergence, we had a higher low here with Dow. See, this Dow didn't make a lower low here, but Nas and S&P did. So this is now confirming this buy right here. Fucking beautiful, bro. Fucking beautiful. And I don't really see a divergence here. I was doing the video, so I didn't even really take a look. I wasn't even looking at the chart. I haven't been by the chart. Oh, I think there's one right there. Yep. Right there and right there. Look how Dow takes out this look how Dow takes out this high right here. This high to this high. That takes that out. That's a lower high and a lower high. And boom. Push that bitch down. Oh my god, I told myself to buy, bro. And you know what's crazy? I didn't want to feel like I was over trading, so I fucking didn't even bother. And when it was going up there, I was like, dude, that's too perfect. Look at that. Look at that. It came up to the gap in the gap. The gap in the gap. I don't have it highlighted on the 1 minute because over here, it's just too much on the chart. I have to fucking copy it myself on the 1 minute. It doesn't show on the 1 minute. So if I put a 3 minute, you'll see it. Fuck, man. But oh no, it doesn't show it there either. I have to draw this in the background. That's why I just got the little fucking lines, man. Damn, 27 minutes. So oh my god, bro, I'm still tripping on this. It's so beautiful. So anyways, let me get back to this. This is fire. So man, I bought that here. So 1, 2, 3. I got a question mark for 3. Why do I do that? Why do I have that? Because is this number 3? This is a fair possibility that this could be number 3 and going up, right? So, or if it's not 3, and I have a question mark because I don't know if it's 3, but it's a possibility to be number 3. If it's still a number 2, that means we're still coming down, right, for that leg. I don't know that, but I do know that now that we've reached this area that I got done explaining, that is now looking like it's holding like support, and it didn't come underneath and use as resistance. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this. Right, number 3 starts to kick in. Now, if this is number 3, I expect to push up from here and to up here. Where am I taking this at a minimum? I'm taking it to this high right here because of the fact that this is very obvious that this is the most recent lower high in liquidity that they engineered after 10 o'clock, correct? Because when I'm taking this trade here, I'm in London close. London close is now going to try to bring that back to wipe out liquidity or lunchtime included. And as you can see, lunch then went hunt for it. So that's the purpose of this buy. Now, I have an option here. Am I going to fucking hold it for the moon? Which I should have, and I did not, but it's okay because I wanted the profit. And I could have got back in, but I did not because I was done with the day because it's fucking lunch. And I don't want to deal with them or be involved or overstay my welcome, right? But, you know, if you stay around, you'll be surprised. You can still catch all these big trades, but I don't want to be involved. I got a headache doing the video now. So, fire, but we push up, look at this, we hold as resistance, as support. It ends up working for a moment. It's beautiful. We go right to it. Also, the minimum goal would be obviously the first imbalance because as you can see, price action is starting to get a little funky. But I expect what also, if I was to do 50% from this range from here to here, I also know in general speaking that I want to come to the 50%. Oh, where's 50%? Bingo, that range right there. So 1, 2, 3. 3 can keep going, or if this is 3 and we and I came up here and we come down for number 4, then it would be a lower high coming for like another. Let's just say it decided to like keep coming down or sink. It could do it. We don't know what it's gonna fucking do, right? But also breaking this high could be a shift. But look what they did. So this is to show you that's 50% of there. That's a very logical place. And why do I get out right here? Because I don't want to fuck around and find out. I don't care. All right. And these bitches can come all the way back, and I'm not playing around because I'm taking this profit. Period. This already sucked to have to deal with these retracements, and I nailed the spot. And you know, previously in your career, you get to a moment like this and you say, well, when I get out here, this is where I want to buy. It's perfect. I said before 9:30 happened here, I told myself I want to be a buyer from here to come up here before the fucking day even started. So that's a logic from the beginning. Sure enough, it did it. I'd be an asshole not to take the trade that I wanted. Right? So anyways, price comes up, baby. And also, what do you have? You have that bearish daily imbalance, which is in the pink, right? So where's 50% of that? We're at that. We're there now, right now. And I'm squeezing that bitch. Because, yeah, it could come back and then keep going up. But guess what? I don't want to fuck around. I'm just going to squeeze in and take the money. And that's exactly what I'm doing here, that I have to show you that I'm taking out on that candle or higher. Because why? Because you see these candles here, candle, blue candle, blue candle, blue candle. See how they never break their previous low candle? So, and I'm just jamming it. I was hoping to get this push like this. I was hoping to get that here. Well, okay, let me show you this. I was hoping to get. We see all this right here. What we got? I was hoping to get that fucking over here, but we didn't. Look what they did. They shifted it. They broke above that high, pushed it above. That's a break. Also, possible break. Instead of a liquidity raid, it could be a possible break. We don't know. We know the option. And then when it's here, can you do what? Can you sell it? Yeah, you can sell it. And what if it keeps going? Okay, that's why I don't want to fuck around anything past this, right? But guess what? It comes back down. So if you're a seller, you're still winning, we're still winning. And it stops right here. When you get here, guess it's the opening range gap, you have a possibility, it's a 3-minute, you have a possibility of it not going lower. And that being a shift. And that being the higher low. And what did they do? They came back and they took out this bastard right there. Fucking beautiful. Why did they take him out? Because he was the last resort. See how this, where I got in, and then they pop above and they come in. See how that guy right there, see how there's a little miniature imbalance, but they barely tap in? They're trying to act like support. It's a breakout level. So they're pretending like that was your last road. You got in, they came back, they took you out barely by a fucking hair. But in reality, they were just going to hit this last down candle, these last 2 down candles. Can't make this up, buddy. How do I remember all this? Because you see that? Perfect. But what did they do? They pushed all the way up. I got out right here. What did they do? They retraced it all the way back. Now, if I was still holding, I'd be in this bitch. And normally I would do something like this where it's number 2. But this down here made me feel uncomfortable. I didn't like it. And their trick worked. And that's what I was trying to say from the beginning. But I also know that's number 3. Possible number 3. And it did. It higher load and went up. But guess what? I got all this. I'm good. If I stack this to the top of this cell that I caught, I've already got all the way up here, damn near. So, I got the points, man. So 300, almost 300 points. But see, when we're down here, the possibility of buying is very possible. And sure enough, it did hold, right? But guess what? I'm not trying to fuck around and find out, but where did you get another gift? Pushes up. Above that high, retraces back for what? Higher low. Where is that? Breakout level, imbalance. Boom. See that? Not a coincidence. Boom. They take off right there with that candle. So I'm saying all this because now, if they keep going, now it breaks through. Then it breaks through. And then I'm not buying here and buying here and buying here. It's Monday. I already came to do what I need to do. I don't need to be involved. But if I was still trading and I didn't fucking catch some of these great moves, then that'd be a possibility. But I'm not trying to fuck around and find out because move 1 happened here. Move 1 up, move 2 down, and then now move 3 up. Beautiful. That's move 4. That's move 4 because we know this is number 3. We definitely came from here to here. That's fucking number 3. Where's number 4? Right there. Right there. And I'm doing the video. Just look. Oh my God. Look at the. I don't have to say anything. Look at tagging. Look at the 50. Look at tagging the 50 there. Tagging the 25% bottom. Look at that. Came right back into this inversion possible. You know, and they use look how they came to it, broke from that 50, came right to that 50, then took off and went up to the gap and to that middle one, stopped on it, dead on its tracks, right? Dead on its tracks. Oh, with what? Breakout level. See the switch? Remember we talked about that earlier. Anyways, so now this is coming down. Man, I mean, now I have a headache and it's the fire video and they're all going to be this long. So I don't think there's anything I could do. I can't get it better than that. I have convinced myself. Not a good video, not a full video, but beautiful. Oh, by the way, I mentioned the 2 to 2.5 right there. We're also reaching up and into that. Beautiful. Again, that purple. So, you know, generally the target on the upside, we were talking about this flow here, when we're gonna kind of push up. We make this. We broke here. We come down. We made the low here, which would be now here, and then we push back up. Remember, I have this push back up to then make a lower high, to then make a lower low. Well, we're in that flow. We're now on this side of the blue idea here. See this? How it's pushing up right now? We're like right here. So this came underneath as a breakout level, and then we want to push back more in or up to make a lower high to squeeze and get in this more breakout level here. Plus that little gap is still there, and then we make a lower high to make a lower low. So I'm gonna draw how I see the market coming. If it's the 5-year, if it's following the 5-year, that's super key. I'll say it that way. Just give me a second. If that's the case. If I was to, what I would like to see is something like, make this shorter, man. So this is like a double bottom too, possibly. I'm not saying we can't sing from here because that is a lower high also. It is. Is that a shift above structure? Kinda, but not really, because that low did not take out that low. So you're still in this range. So we're just coming up as a still a retracement possibly, right? But okay, and is this a great place to buy? Everybody and their mother on the weekend was telling me, oh, you know, my broker is telling me it's a good place to buy. And I'm just looking, I'm like, well, it's possible. It is possible because it's a higher low. You know, it is a higher low. I mean, you know, it's a deep higher low. You know, we don't know, all right. But I'd like to see something like this where we just kind of do. What's today? Today's the 17th. Damn, already. So I'd like to see something like this if we're bullish. All right, if we're not in a bearish market and we're just bullish after this, then I'd like to see it come low like that, and then do fucking some shit like that, right? If we're bearish, then obviously I'd like to see something like this. All right, and then it turned into another leg, and then we pop back up, and then we're getting into this flow right here, where we pushed back up, and then we came back down, and we funk around, we come back up, and then we're in a bearish flow economy like 2022 or whatever the fuck, right? So this is very, very clear about what I'm saying, right? But we expect a retracement back here, oversold here back for the first time. On our way to back to overbought here on the 4-hour. 4-hour has some room, but it might be weak here. So we're gonna see if how far deep they want to go on this retracement. We might have just seen the finale there, and we might, you know, it's very possible that we also don't even get any higher. But which I don't believe that one. But let's just say the news does something here, and then it's, you know, then it's like something like that. Who knows? I don't know. But both of those are generally what I'm looking at. I'm taking day by day, so I'm not really focused on it. Do they want to reach up into this 3.5 to 4? Because this is here still my idea of. I know I'm saying a lot, but I still want to come up in here. I'd rather come up here first before we come down. Let's put it like that. I'd rather come up here first before we come down if we're bearish. I'd like for them to just get that over with, but because it'll get messy if they come back down first and then come up. So I don't know, man. It's just gonna be tricky, but I'm sure you follow me. This is a fire ass video. I know it is. Looking real suspect though, too, to be honest. But it'd be a nice double low to fuck somebody that's trying to buy that too. So it makes sense for them to do that. But sure, we got FOMC this week, I think, right? But let me see. Am I veering off here? I've explained all that. Yes, and dollar. Also dollar coming lower, so kind of helping us going up. And then looking at Dow, big rebound. This is just a nice rebound that is expected. We still have plenty of room on the top side to keep going up though too. But it might just go one more swing up here because we do have some breakout level and price imbalance there. So we'll see if it's a big swing or not. We don't know. Looking at the 5-year though, they all come to like half of their range. A little bit less than half of the range. So this is the range here to here. Then like 50% would be right here. So kind of see if they would do that. That's Dow. And then for S&P, same story, right? Like so you look at this range from here to here. Where's 50%? Somewhere in this breakout level right here, right? From the lows, and then boom, we need like a resistance level here, right? So pushing up the retrace, this is very common. If we're bullish or bearish, this is going to be definitely happening in the flow of pushing up and then retracing back. So do we get higher highs and higher lows on the way up more? We'll see how it goes. It's Tuesday, the high of the week, and it's still a bearish week. I know I'm saying a lot, but you do understand me, don't you? If you follow trading, so and then Nvidia, fucking again, all made sense for a big rebound. Now they didn't come down first to go up. They're pushing it sharp. They're doing it pretty quick, and that's an incentive to even possibly come back down faster again too, because they're coming up so quick. You know, kind of like this, like right here. Are we going to get like this pushback of the breakout level and then one more leg down? Here you got 1, 2, 3, 4 drives and we push back up. So for me, that shows more of like a floor. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that should be all else. I felt self-explanatory. I'm not missing none, right? Everything's fire in here, right? But yes, back to this. This is number 3, and 3 panned out. And I should have held 3, but it came all the way back. I didn't want to deal with this. I didn't want it to do, and I knew they would do that dumbass shit. And look what they did. They came all the way back down and they took those guys out by a hair on purpose. You see that? So when it's here, this is a possible buy. I'm not involved. I'm at lunch. It's like, again, the macro kicks in here, and then it's sure enough, it is a beautiful buy. But I didn't want to be in the market, and it is what it is. I could have. And this was so beautiful too, but I have to step away. So it is what it is. Don't need no more, but you kind of balance your way through this. 1, 2, 3 good moves, and you get your arrows here for the sell, you get your arrows up down here for the buy, and you get out somewhere up here. I got it right there for the buy because I guaranteed this trade. Because this, for me, this was guaranteed if it was buy or sell, right? You did the 50% of this. Dude, I can't do videos anymore. I can't. No one's doing this, yo. Can you see that? Yeah. Boom. So 50% right there, that range. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. That's why this was guaranteed for me. You know? But could have been a buy, buddy. Could have kept holding that bitch, but came down deep. Don't want to be involved. Sure enough. Look at that. Hitting that. Now we're algorithmically coming back to that breakout level here. Look at that, dude. Oh. So, do they want to get this? This looks very shallow. But if we're super bullish, then they don't want you to be a part of any of these moves. Dude, you'll see it just do higher lows like this. Bam, bam, bam. Quick. Bam, bam, bam. Go up, you know, and then start to get to up this liquidity up here. But now I've said everything I know I did. And super fire. You guys take care and God bless.